Some people have found that despite practicing the law of attraction diligently, through affirmations, visualizations, and positive thinking, the outcomes remain elusive. It is common to question whether the method is flawed or whether fate simply does not align with one's wishes. Yet this does not have to be the case. There can be multiple hidden factors preventing the desired results. Through understanding these stumbling blocks, adjusting beliefs, and making daily habits more aligned with higher intentions, the law of attraction can shift from a vague hope into a more effective practice. It is a process involving ongoing refinement, self-honesty, emotional fluency, and the willingness to take real steps in the physical realm. Some people have the impression that merely thinking positive thoughts should bring about immediate changes. That superficial view leads to disappointment when circumstances remain the same. Thinking positively is important, but it is only part of a multi-layered process. The law of attraction rests on the idea that thoughts, emotions, and actions operate together as a frequency broadcast. When the content of thoughts, the resonating emotions, and the practical steps do not cohere, the energy being sent out to the universe may be contradictory. For example, a person might consciously wish for financial abundance but still carry an underlying sense of shame or self-doubt about money. That contradiction disrupts the clarity of the signal. Another area that can cause confusion is timing. Many assume that if the law of attraction is real, then results should manifest swiftly. In practice, manifestation often involves steady, day-by-day alignment. Impatience or a fixation on immediate outcomes can create negative emotions like frustration or doubt, further lowering one's vibrational state. The process requires faith in what is unseen, coupled with a patient but focused approach. Small steps accumulate over time, and intangible energies might take longer to coalesce into material reality. By recognizing that a slow pace can still be forward progress, it becomes easier to stay optimistic and consistent. A widespread challenge is lack of clarity about what one truly wants. Vague or constantly shifting goals can result in scattered efforts or contradictory signals. When someone does not have a firm sense of direction, it is as if they repeatedly change the channel on a radio, preventing any stable focus. The universe, or the matrix of potential outcomes, responds best to well-defined intentions. Writing down goals or specifying them in great detail can sharpen that focus. Such clarity goes hand in hand with forming a realistic vision of what success might look and feel like, so that every part of the mind can converge on the same target. Even among those who articulate crystal-clear aims, deep-rooted limiting beliefs can sabotage progress. These beliefs usually live at a subconscious level, shaped by childhood experiences or social conditioning. They include ideas such as not deserving success, money is inherently problematic, or being healthy is too difficult. Such beliefs create a persistent undercurrent of negativity, no matter how many conscious affirmations are repeated. Identifying these hidden mental scripts can be approached through journaling, meditation, or thoughtful self-inquiry. Once exposed, they can be replaced with more empowering narratives. This is an ongoing process, as limiting beliefs may have multiple layers. Emotional freedom techniques, guided imagery, or consistent positive statements said in a relaxed mental state can help embed new beliefs at a deeper level. Another essential dimension is emotional alignment. Some have described emotions as the language of vibration. Feeling states like love, gratitude, or hope operate at higher frequencies, aligning with a more favorable stream of possibilities. Meanwhile, persistent fear, anger, or cynicism can produce a heavier atmosphere that draws in or sustains challenging conditions. Of course, negative emotions have a legitimate place in life, and repressing them is unhealthy. The key is to acknowledge them, glean whatever message they offer, then transform or release them. This might be accomplished through mindful acceptance, journaling about the feelings, or physical outlets such as exercise. The goal is to maintain emotional states that most closely reflect the reality one desires to welcome. It is also valuable to realize that the law of attraction cannot rest solely on mental or emotional shifts. Some people persist in affirming big dreams but remain inert when it comes to real-world action. Taking inspired steps is the missing ingredient that anchors intangible aspirations into shared reality. This does not mean forcing random actions. It means listening for intuition and following up on the ideas that evoke excitement or a sense of rightness. For instance, if someone seeks a new career path, they might feel drawn to attend a particular networking event or to enroll in a relevant course. These promptings might be subtle, but acting on them can open doors that would never appear under a purely passive approach. The synergy of mental clarity, emotional resonance, and physical initiative makes the manifestation pipeline more robust. One cannot overlook the role of environment and daily habits in sustaining a supportive field for manifestation. If the surroundings are cluttered or chaotic, or if one is continually subjected to negative news, draining relationships, or cynicism from others, the capacity to hold a high vibrational state suffers. Sometimes it is beneficial to rearrange the living space, incorporate mood-lifting decor, or create a dedicated corner for reflection. Engaging with uplifting media like books, music, or conversation also nurtures positivity. Even small changes, such as a brief morning ritual to set intentions or an evening gratitude session, can reinforce the law of attraction's effects. The mind retains a sense of purpose, refusing to be overshadowed by daily stressors. Another helpful technique is journaling. Writing down intentions and experiences each day tracks subtle changes that might otherwise go unnoticed. When something favorable occurs, noting the experience fosters a sense of momentum and appreciation. Similarly, if negativity or self-doubt arises, journaling about it offers a structured way to process and eventually dissolve it. Over time, this written record becomes proof of progress and a resource to decode recurring themes. By recognizing patterns of thought or emotion that keep surfacing, a person can better address them. The process combines self-awareness with accountability, making it harder for illusions or old habits to sabotage growth. Sometimes the journey includes addressing spiritual or metaphysical aspects, such as tapping into a sense of oneness or higher consciousness. Those who place trust in universal forces might pray or set intentions with sincerity, asking for guidance or the right opportunities to arise. By reinforcing the conviction that the cosmos is cooperative, the individual maintains a hopeful stance even if physical proof is not yet visible. This deepens patience. Coupled with letting go of rigid expectations regarding timing or the exact form of the outcome, the approach fosters a more stress-free path to manifestation. The act of letting go can be as critical as the act of setting an intention. A clenched mind can cause tension, whereas open acceptance can keep energy flows unblocked. In some circles, people talk about vibrations, as though they are direct lines of communication with the quantum nature of reality. While mainstream science still debates certain points, it does not hurt to see vibrational talk as a helpful metaphor describing how emotional and mental states create subtle influences. People who radiate genuine enthusiasm, kindness, or a can-do spirit often find that doors open with less friction. Conversely, those who carry bitterness or suspicion sometimes experience repeated stumbling blocks. This aligns with older teachings suggesting that we attract what we are, not just what we say we want. The more one invests in becoming the kind of person who naturally belongs in the scenario they desire, the likelier that scenario is to unfold. Some might also examine how limiting beliefs or negative emotions can be physically felt in the body as tension or aches. By focusing breath and conscious attention on such areas, one can dissolve at least some of the stuck emotional energies. Physical exercise helps as well, as does mindful eating. The body, after all, is part of the entire energetic system. People often find that once they regulate sleep, diet, or physical movement, their mindset and mood become more stable, fueling better manifestation results. This synergy underscores how the law of attraction is not just about ephemeral thought, about integrated living where mind, heart, and body function as a coherent unit. This pursuit of coherence can also extend outward into building a supportive network or community. Encouragement from like-minded individuals can reinforce one's belief in the law of attraction and speed up the rewiring of harmful self-judgments. In many older wisdom traditions, communal chanting or group meditation sessions have been considered more potent than solitary practice. That might be partly because group synergy lifts everyone's state, a phenomenon that modern researchers are beginning to document in studies of group intention. By consciously seeking out a circle that values positivity and personal growth, one can break old cycles of negativity or cynicism. When someone embraces all these angles, releasing limiting beliefs, managing emotional states, clarifying intentions, taking consistent practical steps, nurturing a conducive environment, staying patient, and trusting a bigger universal intelligence, results often begin to appear in ways that defy linear expectation. There could be chance encounters, unexpected phone calls, or sudden bursts of inspiration that catapult the individual forward. At that point, the law of attraction feels more like a living dance than a mere concept. Life becomes a fluid interplay of signals, nudges, and actual events that align with the deeper aspirations. These moments confirm the efficacy of the approach, building momentum for further growth. Still, it is not a magic wand that eliminates all challenges. Life continues to hold complexities. The difference is that with a refined approach, obstacles become less daunting. One can reframe them as opportunities to refine clarity, to strengthen emotional mastery, or to address overlooked limiting beliefs. This approach fosters resilience and fosters an abiding sense of possibility even in adversity. The law of attraction, then, is not just about obtaining desired possessions or accomplishments. It can evolve into an overarching philosophy for navigating life. Each day becomes an invitation to refine the signals broadcast through mind, heart, and body. Ultimately, the law of attraction thrives on alignment, a state where mental images, emotional currents, and tangible behaviors all point in the same direction. Many do not realize how scattered they are or how contradictory their internal dialogues can be. By unraveling that confusion, focusing wholeheartedly, and setting forth with confidence, one can tilt probabilities in favor of fulfilling experiences. The path is not purely mental, nor purely emotional, nor purely physical. It is a blending that acknowledges how these realms interlace and how each must be addressed for the synergy to emerge. So, for anyone who has felt stuck or disillusioned with the law of attraction, the vital reminder is that it requires layered, persistent effort. Affirmations and positivity are wonderful beginnings, but they must be accompanied by clearing internal resistance, building unwavering belief, sustaining emotional readiness, and consistently stepping into the real world to meet the universe halfway. Through patience, practice, and a willingness to adapt, the promised transformation can indeed take root, blossoming into a life that feels increasingly in tune with one's deepest hopes. At that point, the law of attraction ceases to be a puzzle and becomes a natural extension of conscious living.